Hey everyone. So again, we are back to talk about how to handle disruptive person part 2. So this is for anyone that maybe you have dealt with people that are disruptive in business, because the last example that I gave was how to handle disruptive person, and I gave one example of like someone in a romantic setting. But let's talk about business and let's talk about friendship. Friendship and romance similar. I would say just don't let it go and just let it sit where it sits. And if they receive that space that you provide, then they receive it. If they don't, then they don't. But you don't have to continue any conversation that feels like it's disruptive and it's not leading to something productive or a solution. Now, business wise, um, it's the same. I would say accepting that they're a disruptive person is more important than trying to get them to see that they're a disruptive person. So, I've met professionals that are extremely disruptive and miserable and negative, and I think that what I've learned is the most productive way to go about things is just to simply listen and take the information that they're providing. Say, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for whatever it is that they felt, you know, um, what's the word? Excited or called to share or provide with you in that moment, and just leave it there. You don't have to give any response. You don't even have to give your perspective, because oftentimes by even responding, it's coming across as if you are argumentative. That's what is perceived in the professional realm, even when they're wrong. And we're in the cancel culture, so people are still moving with the concept of the customer is always right, even when they are wrong, and what they're saying is wrong, and how they're speaking to you is wrong, and the way that they're acting is immature, like a child or a kid with a temper tantrum. But we are in cancel culture, so people will still find a way to turn that into something huge that could damage your reputation. So, what I would recommend is simply apologizing, keeping, if it's something that needs to be de-escalated. But if it's not something that needs to be de-escalated, then simply say thank you so much for your feedback. Truly appreciate your time, your presence. Have a wonderful day. If I have anything that aligns with what you just shared with me, I'll make sure to reach out. And you leave it at that. And if they continue to pick, you just keep saying the same thing, calm, professional, and move on. And take it for what it is. So when they come back in a different tone, don't forget the conversation that you had previously. Accept them for how they have presented themselves. And until they show you in their actions that they are different, don't take them for anything else. So if you know that this person is disruptive and they're negative, when they come to you talking about extra collaboration or something that they wanted you to jump on with them, the answer is no, because you see how they treat people and you see where they're at right now. Until you see a change in that consistently, just let it be what it is and move on. Release it. So that is how to handle a disruptive person, part 2. The true answer is don't try to handle disruptive person because they're disruptive and they're not happy. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do. That's an internal issue they're having. Um, but the reminder is just let people be who they are, give them the space, and let them float until their actions show that they're ready to be a part of a productive, environment that is conducive to mutual growth. You know what I mean? So if that's not the case, it's okay. Just let them be. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.